Good to see you all. If you are here right now, it means you care about something bigger than just scrolling. You care about building, about growing, about understanding how the game of attention really works. And I want to give you the truth today, the raw truth, because marketing is not about tricks, it's not about quick hacks, it's not about one secret formula that suddenly makes everything work. Marketing, especially in 2025, is about one thing: understanding people. It's about understanding where people spend their time, what they pay attention to, what they care about, and then actually delivering something that matters to them. Most people want to make marketing about manipulation, about getting someone to click, to buy, to do something they don't even want to do. That's why they fail. Because the second you treat people like numbers instead of humans, you've already lost. I want you to really hear me. You are not competing against your direct competitor. You're not competing against the brand down the street, or the guy running ads in your niche. You're competing against Netflix, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, podcasts, memes, cat videos, everything. Attention is the most valuable currency, and it's the hardest one to get because people are distracted all the time. So when you understand that, you start to respect the craft. You start to realize that marketing is not something you do once and hope it sticks. It's every day. It's every post. It's every interaction. It's every moment where you have the chance to grab attention, and either you respect that moment, or you waste it. And here's the kicker: most of you want to sell before you've given any value. That's the biggest mistake. You make one post and then scream, "Buy my product," and you wonder why nobody cares. Nobody cares because you haven't given them a reason to care. You want people to give you their money, but you haven't given them your time, your effort, your story. Marketing is about patience, it's about consistency, it's about showing up so many times that people can't ignore you anymore. You have to become part of their routine, part of their feed, part of their life. That's how you build trust, and trust is what converts, not manipulation. If you're listening right now, stop chasing viral. Everyone's addicted to that one viral video, that one lucky break, that one piece of content that blows up and makes you famous overnight. That's not how it works. Viral is a byproduct, not a strategy. What works is consistency. What works is putting out 50 pieces of content, 100 pieces of content, over and over, and then maybe one of them goes viral. But even if it doesn't, the community you build around that consistency is worth way more than one-hit wonder viral fame. 10,000 loyal fans are worth more than 1,000,000 strangers who just saw you once and scrolled away. Stop playing the short game. Stop looking for shortcuts. There are no shortcuts. There's only work, patience, and self-awareness. I want you to ask yourself, do you even know your audience? Not their age, not their demographics on a report, but what they actually care about. Do you know what makes them laugh, what keeps them up at night, what problem they wake up with every day hoping to solve? Because if you don't, you're not marketing, you're guessing. And guessing doesn't build empires. Listening does. Empathy does. Understanding does. You can't market to someone you don't respect. So stop shoving your product in their face, start giving them content that helps them, entertains them, teaches them, inspires them. Make them feel like they matter, because they do. The platforms matter too. Stop treating all platforms the same. What works on TikTok doesn't work on LinkedIn. What works on Instagram doesn't work on YouTube. Each platform has its own culture, its own language, its own rhythm. Respect the platform. Make content native to the platform. Don't just copy-paste. That's lazy, and lazy marketers lose. TikTok is about quick, attention-grabbing, raw authenticity. LinkedIn is about professional value and insights. YouTube is about depth and storytelling. Instagram is about aesthetics, about brand feel. Podcasts are about intimacy and voice. You have to understand the context of each and then create for that context. That's how you win. Not by doing the bare minimum, but by actually caring enough to tailor your message. Now let's talk about brand. Your brand is not your logo. Your brand is not your colors. Your brand is not your tagline. Your brand is the story people tell about you when you're not in the room. It's the feeling they get when they interact with your content, your product, your team. You can spend millions on ads, but if your brand feels fake, people will know. And once they know, you've lost. Building a brand means consistency in your values, in your voice, in your actions. If you say you care about your customers, actually care. If you say you stand for something, stand for it when it's inconvenient too, not just when it's easy. People smell hypocrisy from a mile away. They're smarter than you think. And in 2025, with so much choice, the second they feel like you're not real, they're gone. I want you to get very real with yourself. Why are you doing this? Are you building a business because you actually care about solving a problem, or are you just chasing dollars? Because if it's just about money, you will burn out. Money is not enough of a driver to get you through the grind. The grind is too long, too painful, too slow for money alone to keep you going. You need a mission. You need a reason bigger than yourself. You need to actually love the process. The process of creating, of posting, of engaging, of seeing 0 likes and posting again anyway. That's what separates the winners from the complainers. Winners keep going. Complainers quit. Which one are you? And listen, I don't care if you're starting from 0. Everybody starts from 0. Every brand you admire, every influencer you follow, every company that looks massive today, they all started with nothing. They posted when nobody was watching. They spoke when nobody was listening. They pushed through the silence, through the doubt, through the laughter. That's the journey. And if you can't handle that, you don't deserve the other side. You don't deserve the recognition, the sales, the respect, because you didn't put in the patience. Stop expecting instant results. Start respecting the process. Marketing is not a lottery ticket. It's a marathon. It's planting seeds. You don't plant a seed today and eat fruit tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. You plant, you water, you wait, you nurture, and then maybe, months or years later, you harvest. That's the truth. Let's talk about fear, because fear is what's holding most of you back. Fear of judgment, fear of failure, fear of posting something that doesn't get likes. Let me tell you something, nobody cares. Nobody's keeping score of your likes. Nobody's making a spreadsheet of your failures. The only person holding yourself back is you. Post the damn video. Write the damn article. Start the damn podcast. The judgment you're scared of is in your head. And even if people judge you, so what? They're not paying your bills. They're not building your future. Stop letting invisible opinions stop you from building a very real life. You have one shot at this. 1. Why would you waste it hiding from people who don't even care? Now here's where it gets practical. If you want to win in marketing today, you need to be producing more content than you are right now. I don't care if you're tired. I don't care if you feel like you don't have ideas. I don't care if you think you're not good on camera. Produce at scale. If you post once a week, post once a day. If you post once a day, post 3 times a day. Volume matters. Volume gives you data. Data shows you what works and what doesn't. And when you see what works, double down on it. People always ask me, what's the perfect time to post? What's the perfect format? What's the secret? The secret is volume. Because once you put out enough, the market tells you what it likes. Stop guessing. Start testing. Volume is your leverage. And yes, it's hard. It's supposed to be hard. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it and winning. The fact that it's hard is the advantage. Because most people will quit. Most people will make 10 posts, see nothing happen, and give up. Don't be most people. Be the one who makes the 1,000 posts. Be the one who keeps showing up. That's the game. That's the difference. That's the only way. And here's something else you need to understand. The world is not waiting for your content. Nobody wakes up in the morning thinking, I can't wait to see what this person posts today. That means you need to fight for attention. You need to earn it. You need to make something that actually deserves the time of the people you're trying to reach. And you do that not by being perfect, but by being real. Real beats perfect every single time. People don't want polished ads with fake smiles anymore. They want authenticity. They want someone they can relate to, someone who speaks like them, who understands their struggles, who doesn't pretend to have it all figured out. You win by being human, not by being flawless. Most of you are scared to show your flaws, but your flaws are what make you relatable. Your failures are what make you human. Your journey, not just your highlight reel, is what people connect with. Stop pretending you're already successful. Stop posting only when things go right. Show the process. Show the behind the scenes. Show the struggle. Because that's what people want to see. They want to see themselves in you. They want to feel like if you can do it, they can too. That's how you inspire. That's how you build trust. That's how you create fans, not just customers. Now let's get very tactical about marketing in this moment. Attention is shifting faster than ever. TikTok is still exploding, but YouTube Shorts is massive. Instagram Reels is powerful. LinkedIn is evolving into a real content platform. Podcasts are everywhere. And new platforms will pop up tomorrow. You cannot afford to get romantic about one platform. Don't say, I only do Instagram, or, I don't like TikTok, because the market doesn't care what you like. The market decides. Your job is to adapt. Your job is to move where the attention goes. If people are on TikTok, you go there. If they move to something new tomorrow, you move too. Marketing is not about comfort. Marketing is about attention. Attention shifts. You shift with it. But here's where most people mess up. They chase platforms, but they don't have a message. If you don't know who you are, if you don't know what you stand for, if you don't know what story you're telling, then it doesn't matter what platform you're on. You'll just be noise. Platforms amplify, but they don't fix your message. So before you chase trends, get clear on your story. What do you stand for? Why do you exist? What problem are you solving? Why should anyone care? Once you know that, then you can translate it into any platform, any format, any trend, because your core is solid. Without that, you're just another person dancing for views, and nobody remembers that long term. Let's talk about patience again, because I know some of you still don't get it. You want to win in 1 month, 3 months, 6 months. It doesn't work that way. Real brands are built over years, sometimes decades. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner you can relax into the process. Most of the stress people feel in marketing comes from unrealistic expectations. They think, if I post every day for a month, I should blow up. No, you shouldn't. A month is nothing. A year is barely anything. 5 years, 10 years, that's where the real compounding happens. So stop asking, how long will it take? And start asking, am I willing to do this for as long as it takes? Because that's the mindset of winners. They're not in a rush. They're not desperate. They're consistent. Now let's talk about selling. People are scared of selling. They think selling is sleazy, that it means pushing something on people. But here's the truth. If you believe in your product, if you know it brings value, then selling is serving. Selling is helping. Selling is giving people a solution they actually need. The reason most people feel gross about selling is because they don't actually believe in what they're selling. If you wouldn't buy it yourself, if you wouldn't recommend it to your family, then you shouldn't be selling it. Period. But if you know your product is good, if you know it helps people, then you have a responsibility to sell it. Because not selling it means keeping people from a solution that could change their life. That's not selfish. That's service. Change your mindset about selling, and everything changes. Now let's get into the difference between brand and sales. Sales is short-term. Brand is long-term. Sales gives you money today. Brand gives you money forever. If you only focus on sales, you'll always be chasing. Always desperate. Always stressed. But if you build a brand, people come to you. They trust you. They buy without you asking. They recommend you. That's leverage. That's power. So yes, you need sales to survive, but you need brand to thrive. Don't just run ads. Build equity in people's minds. Build a reputation. Build a feeling that when people hear your name, they think of trust, value, consistency. That's brand. And that's what keeps you alive when platforms change, when algorithms shift, when ads get more expensive. Brand is the moat that protects you. Now I want to hit you with some truth about excuses. Because most of you have excuses on repeat. You say, I don't have time. But you had time to scroll for 2 hours last night. You say, I don't have ideas. But you had 10 thoughts in your head today you could have turned into posts. You say, I'm not good on camera. Nobody is at the start. You say, I don't know how. Google knows how. YouTube knows how. We live in the most resource-rich era in history. Every skill is free to learn online. You have no excuse. The only reason you're not where you want to be is because you haven't made the decision to actually go all in. Stop blaming circumstances. Stop blaming the algorithm. Stop blaming your family, your boss, your location. Winners figure it out. Losers make excuses. Which one do you want to be? And I'll tell you this, The algorithm is not your enemy. The algorithm is your partner. The algorithm is trying to serve the audience the best content. If your content isn't being shown, it's not because the algorithm hates you. It's because your content isn't resonating. That's feedback. Don't get mad. Get better. Don't complain. Adjust. Make content people want to watch, want to share, want to comment on, and the algorithm will push it for you. The algorithm is built to reward good content. So if you're not winning, it's not the algorithm. It's you. Take responsibility. That's how you grow. I want you to understand this too. Your content is not about you. It's about them, your audience. Too many of you are making content to feed your ego, to look smart, to feel important. Nobody cares about that. People care about themselves. They care about their problems, their dreams, their fears. So make content for them. Speak to them, help them, entertain them, inspire them. Make them the hero of the story, not you. You're not the hero. You're the guide. You're Yoda, not Luke Skywalker. Get that straight, and your content will transform. Here's the final piece of advice I'll leave you with, and I want you to really let this sink in. The only thing that separates the people who win in marketing, in business, in life, from the people who lose, is action. Not ideas. Not talent. Not luck. Action. Every single day, action. You can watch 1,000 videos, read 100 books, take all the notes you want, but if you don't execute, nothing changes. You will stay exactly where you are. Execution beats everything. Execution over perfection. Execution over fear. Execution over excuses. Just do. Post. Try. Learn. Adjust. Repeat. That's it. That's the formula. Simple, but not easy. And that's why most people never do it. But you're not most people. You're here. You're listening. You want it. So go prove it with your actions. Because when you look back in 10 years, the regret will not be the posts you made that didn't work, the videos that got no views, the times you stumbled. The regret will be the shots you never took. The moments you stayed silent. The years you wasted waiting for perfect. Don't let that be your story. Make today the day you stop waiting and start doing. Because this might be the only video you actually need to watch today. The only one. Everything else is noise. This is the truth. Now go do something with it.